Hi everyone, how you doing? I just wanted to do this to share my journey as a medical student in the Caribbean. So I did nursing. So I worked as a nurse for about 3 years, and then as of January 1st of 2016, I began a journey um, into medicine to become a doctor. And so I decided to go through the Caribbean route. So I applied to a Caribbean medical school here in St. Vincent, and I got accepted. So I decided to come here. I'm doing this video just to kind of help others because I didn't find a lot of videos about Caribbean medical school and the process. And feel free. I'm just hitting some stuff, but if you have any questions, feel free to send me a message and so forth, and I will gladly answer you. So let's talk about the school process. So the process for me was basically I had a phone interview. I did the phone interview. Then I got notified that I was accepted, and then of course, before that, I sent in all my recommendation letter, and then I sent in transcript and so forth. They weren't. You don't need to have all pre-med courses done. So I didn't need to have physics course done. Of course, I did do some pre-med classes, but as long as you have a degree, a bachelor's degree, you can actually apply for medical school in the Caribbean. So I applied, I got in, and then I began the process to come here. We were asked to get global insurance, a global health insurance, which would cover us while we were here. It was really inexpensive, about 100 something, I think 113 for 1 year, which was really nice. So, and then we were also asked to buy a round trip ticket because we didn't have our visas yet, our official student visa. So we were asked to buy a round trip ticket. I did. I just bought the round trip ticket, and during break, you get a break every 4 months. During break, I went home. I bought the return time for when classes were over, and they'll tell you. They'll give you a schedule ahead of time as to when classes are over, when break starts, when we have exams. It's really kind of set in stone. So nothing really changes out of the ordinary, which is a good thing. So as for that, bringing stuff in, custom wise, and so forth, I would say pack the snacks that you know you really need. On the island, there's a lot of imported goods, a lot of American products. Every cereal you can think of, you'll most likely find it here. Now, the only thing is, there might be a short supply of it, so you might see it gone like that. So if you find it on the island, stock up on it. There's not a variety of supermarkets on here, on this island. So on this island, the major supermarkets are, you have Super J, which is also known as Massey, and then you have Sunrise, also known as CK Graves. Those are the only two big ones that we have here on this island that are well known to supply the stuff you need. And school wise, okay, I know you're probably worried about books. Should I bring books? How should I bring books? Wouldn't it be too heavy? So forth and so on. I did not bring any textbook. I brought zero. See this? Zero. None. I brought no textbook at all. Because I just felt like I would have students that are willing to sell their textbook or give their textbook away. And exactly what I thought is what happened. There are a lot of students that are leaving. There are a lot of students that are moving on to the next class that still have those books. So you have a high percentage, when I mean high percentage, of getting someone that will sell you this book. Now, if you know how you learn. I pretty much study the PowerPoints. A lot of the teachers, they make the PowerPoints based on the books. So the stuff in the PowerPoint, it's pretty much exactly what's in the book. And then if you need additional resources, there's something called the BRS, which is a question book. It's like a book of questions based on the subject. So you have anatomy BRS, you have embryology BRS, histology BRS, medical ethics BRS, anything, think about it. Any subject, you have a BRS for it, and it's just basically a book that assist, just a book of questions and explanation to the answers of the questions. So that's it for books. So my advice, I wouldn't buy books. Don't weigh your suitcase down with books. It's too heavy and it's not needed, and you can get it from somebody on campus. That's it. Now we go into where you're going to live when you come on campus. Now, when I was in the U.S., I was told, don't worry about where you're going to live. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just come. We'll find it. Come. Depending on the school you're going to. My school, there was only one person looking for housing for the whole student body. It was crazy. So it was just like, yeah. And if whatever you get is whatever you get. So sometimes you get stuck in a mess and you're just like, oh my gosh, how do I get out of this? Because you land and it's whatever is available, you have no choice but to take it. But what I advise you is, if your school gives you a list of different housing lists, different owners, different renters, get a calling card. Buy a calling card while you're in the U.S. and call them. Call every single one of them. Just call them and ask them for pictures, ask them for details, ask them, what utilities are included, what are they, is the apartment furnished, and what do they mean by furnished? Is every single thing provided for you? You want to be as detailed as possible. Don't leave anything out. Call them and let them know when you're going to land, if they can even pick you up. That's awesome, because you can move in right away if you're satisfied with the pictures. And never do a contract. Never lease an apartment for more than 2 months. I would not recommend it, especially if you haven't seen it with your own eyes, you haven't lived there a month, and you don't know what it's like, you don't know if you're going to like it. Don't put yourself in that trouble. So don't do that to yourself, okay? Don't. Okay. Really, my school schedule is Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 classes. Some classes are every day, such as anatomy and histology, and some classes are maybe like 3 times a week, such as embryology, and some classes are like 2 or twice a week, medical ethics twice a week. So it just depends on the schedule that your school has set for you. But it's pretty demanding. It's not easy, but I would say take time for you. Don't be overwhelmed by the classwork. Do not freak out. If you have questions about anything, go to your teacher, review your exams after you're done. Don't freak out. That's another thing. The workload may seem like a lot. It may seem like they're throwing a lot of content at you. Just don't panic. Every day, try to read something. Go home and digest it. Digest it. Google every term you don't understand. Digest it. Break it down for yourself. Okay? So I'm going to talk about island life. Island life. What is it like to live on the island? What is it like to live on the island? What is it like to live on the island? Live on the island. I'm living on the island. Okay, so island life. First of all, before you come in, know the rate exchange. What a dollar is in Caribbean or wherever you're going in the Caribbean, Eastern Caribbean dollars versus US dollars versus Canadian dollars, wherever you're from. Know the rate exchange. And I would advise you know the rate exchange and also know how much your bank will charge you if you withdrew money from an ATM in that country. I didn't know. I came in not knowing. I didn't know that Bank of America charged the 3% fee, which is actually not bad. But I can only use a specific bank's ATM here. But I would advise you maybe take out at least 3 months rent. Maybe it depends. Take out at least, I would say, 1 month or 2 months rent. 2 months rent. And just hold it on $1. And then when you land in the airport, there's usually a place where you can exchange money, and the banks here will also exchange money for you. So go ahead and do that, and then you can avoid the 3% fee for those 2 times. Transportation is readily available. They usually have a local bus. Talk to locals. Talk to people that live here. Ask questions to people that live here. If you're not sure about transportation, the best kind of transportation, talk to the locals. Don't ever feel like you are above anybody. Just talk. Open your mouth and speak. A lot of the locals, they're very friendly. Of course, in every culture, in every state, every city, you will have those that will try to get over on you. But just watch. Be careful. Watch your surroundings. Be nice, but just be nice, but be wise at the same time. Remember, you're in a foreign country, but you're still in a country with human beings just like yourself. Okay? So just be kind, be nice, and also be wise. So when it comes to groceries, I talked about it before. There are 2 main grocery stores that you will find. For most groceries accept cards, the bigger ones, not the small local ones. So usually the big ones accept credit cards, Visa, MasterCard, all that good stuff. And some don't. So make sure you ask before you go and buy stuff. So in regards to calling home, talking to family, and so forth and so on. For me, I had a phone plan with T-Mobile, but I had to cut it off. So I ended my phone plan. I wasn't on a contract. I was just on a month-to-month plan. Sorry. So I cut off the plan, and I decided to port my number with Google Voice. Now, if you set up a Google Voice account, you can port your phone number, which allows you to save that phone number with Google. And so when you need that number, you can still activate it with a new company, new phone plan. So I saved my number with Google Voice, and I think I paid $31 for 1 year to save it with Google Voice. And also Google Voice allows you to see your calls. If you get calls and text messages to that number, you can actually still see it online on Google Voice. So which is pretty cool. So that's what I ended up doing. I ported my number with Google Voice to call home, to call the US. I use Magic Jack. I'm not promoting Magic Jack in any way. It's just the only one that I've been using, and it's been pretty reliable. I've used it for I would say almost 3 years now. Yeah, isn't it? Almost 3 years now, and it's been pretty reliable. Of course, I can't complain because it's free. So every now and then there's a cutoff, but I'm pretty good. My family's able to call me, and then also you have WhatsApp, so you can WhatsApp call your family and so forth and so on. So there's really no reason to get a phone plan. I don't know if you want, you can. If you can get it unlocked, make sure if you want to get a local number, make sure you come in with an unlocked phone. And then you can get a SIM card from one of the main companies, Lime or Digicel. I don't know another one, but Lime, Digicel, I think Flow is another one. You can get a SIM card from them, and you can get a local number and start using that. So just to round it out, just wanted to let you guys know it's been a journey. It's been an interesting journey. I've been here officially 4 months since January, so now today is the 26th of April. So I finished my first semester in medical school, which is amazing. So it's been up and down. It's been up and down. The first month was hard, but it gets better. So now, as I finish the first semester, it's a lot. It's like a weight lifted off of me, knowing that okay, I have 3 more to go, 3 more semesters to go. So before I go back home to finish my final semester. Now, depending on the school that you're going to, it might not be the same. You might have a total of 5 semesters here. I have a total of just 4 semesters. So depending on your school, you might have 5 semesters here, and then you go home and prepare, study for step 1 before you do your rotations. So, but all in all, it's been awesome. It's been a journey. I will try to do a video every semester. I cannot do a video every session, every block, because we have 4 blocks in a semester. So I can't do a video every block just because of the demand of studying and how every block just goes. It just kind of goes bum, 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 you know? It just goes one after the other, one after the other. So I will definitely commit to doing a video after every semester. But if you have any questions, my YouTubers, please feel free to write down there, write a little comment, okay? Write a little comment, like this video, please don't hate it, like the video. I hope I've said something that's helpful to you. If not, let me know. If there's a topic that I didn't cover, let me know, and I will gladly do a little quick video on that specific topic. I wish you all the best on your medical school journey. I pray God's blessing over you. Be blessed.